I'd like to call the meeting to order. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the community of Bigdagon Nishnawbek and Nemizagamic Nishnawbek First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of First Nations and Métis people in our region specifically and show respect to them today. All in favor? Oh, you're gonna have to call that. Right.
Oh, Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Thought of that. Okay. Additions or deletions to the agenda?
There is one addition to agenda item number 12-04 under business administration report ADM 2024-05 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding special circumstances purchase and pre-budget approval Ski Hill groomer tracks.
Thank you. Disclosure of pecuniary interest?
There are two. Disclosure of interest submitted by member of council Cody Keogh for the council meeting date December 13th, 2023 in closed session. I declare a pecuniary interest on agenda item, open session item number 15-02, closed agenda item number 05-02 of the agenda for the above noted meeting for the following reason: matter regarding my spouse. Second disclosure of pecuniary interest submitted by member of council Cody Keogh, council meeting date January 10th, 2024 in open session. I declare a pecuniary interest on agenda item open session item number 13-01 of the agenda for the above noted meeting for the following reason: matter regarding my spouse.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Keogh, seconded by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, delegation presentations, seeing none. Adoption of the minutes. Moved by Councillor Keogh, seconded by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held January 10th, 2024 are adopted as circulated. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, petitions, correspondence. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that correspondence items 08-01 to 08-02 be received and filed. Nothing to be brought down or discussed. Okay, all in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. Reports and committees. Moved by Councillor Keogh, seconded by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Municipal League held September 16th, 2023 and October 18th, 2023 be accepted as received. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Carried. Okay. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that the minutes of the meetings of the Thunder Bay Board of Health held December 20th, 2023 be accepted as received. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes, carried. Okay, one more. Moved by Councillor Keogh, seconded by Councillor Kotick. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Social Services Administration Board held December 14th, 2023 be accepted as received. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. and verbal update. As many of you know, I spent the last few days in Toronto at the Roma conference. And at the delegations, the delegation we had with the Ministry of Transport was very positive. Some of the issues that they will be taking care of is at the end of the 6/14/17. As soon as we get the mining equipment moved, they're gonna go ahead and pave that section, and I believe they will also expand it in order to have trucks can come in as a rest stop. They're also gonna fix at least 4 more culverts on the 6/14, and I actually thank them for coming in late in the season to fix the bump that was by Bearhead, and that was actually a culvert. Not many people know, but way down over the bank, if you look, there was a culvert, so they tore that all up and replaced it, which is great. They have also sent out the tender for the sub-patrol yard, which is where the plow truck will be located, from what I understand, in town. So this way here, we're gonna have better service going forward for snow removal. I also met with the Ministry of Energy, and the mayor, CAO, and one of the councillors of Terrace Bay. I invited them to join me in that because it affects them also. The plan we had for the 5 communities to have natural gas, which I thought it was down and out gone, but in this meeting, we told them how important it really was. So it's going to be brought back to cabinet for approval to go to a phase 3. So that's positive news. You know, hopefully that will get approved and go forward. So that's what I got. All good news from Toronto. Thanks.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. I just want to give a quick update on the status of the ski hill. As you know, Mother Nature is not really cooperating. However, our ski hill and trail supervisor is working very hard and diligently to get the ski hill ready to operate as soon as we get some snow. We have some warmer temperatures coming our way over the next couple of weeks, which will also not help. But we keep our fingers crossed that we will have a couple months of skiing in front of us. The other thing I wanted to update council on was following the council meeting last or 2 weeks ago, we reached out to Health Canada about the air quality sensor that they had approached us about, and Katie Law is stick handling that on our behalf to have that a location arranged and the equipment set up. They are looking at 2 sites, one at the airport and one at the township office, and so they're going to look to see which site is more suitable. And they said the installation is quite easy, and we'll send more information out to the public so they can watch the results, especially during the summer season and wildfire season. So we'll keep the public up to date on that. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, over to business. Moved by Councillor Kotick, seconded by Councillor Keogh. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report admin 2024-02 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding mileage rates. Amending personal policy 2021-47 travel expenses. For Keogh.
Thank you for you, Mr. Chair. Our travel expense policy has been reviewed. It's been about 1.5 years since we last looked at it. We do try to stay current with the rates that are approved by the Canada Revenue Agency. And we did provide a link to the Canada Revenue Agency policies, and we are recommending to council to increase the mileage rate to 70 cents a kilometer for up to the first 5,000 kilometers in each individual travel expense line, as well as once a staff member or member of council hits that 5,000 rate, then the mileage rate will be decreased to 64 cents per kilometer as per the Canada Revenue Agency guidelines.
Any discussion or questions? Good. Cody? No?
No.
Thank you very much. Okay, and further that council approved the 2024 mileage rate to follow the CRA guidelines and amendment to the personnel policy 2021-47 travel expenses. All in favor?
Counselor Keo,
Yes.
Counselor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, next item. Moved by Counselor Keo, seconded by Counselor Kotick, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report admin 2024-03 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding establishment of a township anniversary committee, a committee of council.
Thank you for you, Mr. Chair. As you are all aware, 2024 brings the 70th anniversary of the great township of Manitowoc. And there has been a group of 7 local individuals who have been working behind the scenes to create some events, establish a bit of a celebration and commemoration of that year. They thought that they could manage it independently, but have found that in order to collect funds, to have a bank account, to be accountable for the funding, they really need to run it through another organization. And so they have approached the township to see if that's something that we can assist them with. I spoke with the deputy treasurer, and we looked at a number of different options on how to run it through the township. And so we think the best solution is to that council establish a committee of council. And then they will have a budget to work with within the corporation. And then that committee will remain intact and start to work on the 75th anniversary as well. Serafina, we've been working very hard with the other volunteers. Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you summarized it. We really did shoot to be independent, but it's a lot harder than what we were thinking to be able to do. And without having like a continued budget that is not possible. So this was our ask to get this can happen.
So with council's approval, we'd like to look at establishing a committee of council and developing in terms of reference, and then bringing that back to council next month in order to advertise and get a committee together. We would also assign a staff member to work with the committee, as well as other resource people as well.
Okay, and then would there also be a member of council on the committee?
Absolutely.
Any questions or comments?
Through the chair. No, I just want to thank these individuals for taking it upon themselves to step up to the plate and honor Manitowoc with a 70th anniversary celebration. So that's a big 2 thumbs up for me, and I'm glad there's a partnership with the town to make it even more successful. So thank you to those individuals. We appreciate it.
Perfect. And also, yeah, thank you. And let's make it as great or greater than the 50th was.
No pressure.
No
Yeah.
pressure. Okay, no more questions? Okay, and further that council support the establishment of a township anniversary committee as a committee of council, and further that council directs staff to develop a terms of reference for the Township Anniversary Committee and bring this information back to council's review no later than March 2024. All in favor?
Counselor Keo,
Yes.
Counselor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. Next item. Moved by Counselor Kotick, seconded by Counselor Keo, resolved that the council is in receipt of administration report admin 2024-04 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding tax billing and collection policy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a housekeeping item. We have had a tax collection policy in place for many years. We've reviewed it. As a result of the recommendation of the Office of the Ontario Ombudsman and from the direction of Council at the August 9th Council meeting. So the revised policy is attached for your review. If you have any questions, Erin's able to answer them or myself. But otherwise, we hope that you'll approve the new policy and we will send a copy of it to the Office of the Ombudsman as well.
Any questions? I'm just wondering if it's worth noting any changes or highlights?
Through you, Mr. Chair, there were a number of revisions and updates to this policy. Many of them, as CAO McLean mentioned, were housekeeping items. Some of the notable changes include a change to the maximum repayment timeline. There was a 3-year limit on repayment timelines, and that has been increased to 5 years to allow for cases where individuals need a little more flexibility as far as repayment agreements. A longer timeline like that isn't expected to be a hardship to the municipality. The focus there is bringing them back to current, and as long as that 5-year timeline is met, there aren't any issues expected. There was some changes made to the deadlines with tax bills and some clarification because as the policy was previously written, it didn't clearly speak to the fact that we had 2 installments for each tax bill that is issued. There was some cleaning up of areas where there was excessive language around different circumstances for such items as waiving small amounts associated with, for example, issuance of a tax certificate and then penalties and interest are applied after a tax certificate has been issued. So waiving those small amounts, those details are in there if you have any questions. And I think that those are the broad strokes, but we did go through the whole policy and take a look at areas that need changes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the clarification. Any other questions or comments? Okay. Okay, and further that council approves the new tax billing and collection policy as presented in the CAO's report to council dated January 24th, 2024. And further that council hereby rescinds resolution 2006-316 tax collection policy. All in favor?
Councillor Keogh,
Yes.
Councillor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes, carried. Okay. One. Moved by Councillor Keogh, seconded by Councillor Kotick, resolved that council is in receipt of administration report admin 2024-05 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding special circumstances, purchase and pre-budget approval, Ski Hill Groomer Tracks.
Thank you for you, Mr. Chair. The township currently operates a 2010 Bison Bombardier snow groomer. Last year, we started to experience trouble with the tracks, and Brad was able to repair the machine and limp it along throughout the 2023 operating season. This year, when he headed up on the hill, the tracks completely gave out and he had to leave. The groomer stranded up on the hill, but was able to bring it down with assistance. Staff found an old set of tracks in the snow, I believe, and they repurposed those, and again, the machine is limping along. So staff did some research to see what the cost of repairing the tracks would be versus new tracks, and so we have opted to purchase new tracks so that the machine is operable for 2024, given the cooperation of Mother Nature. And so this report is to advise council that these trucks have been purchased, but also to get pre-budget approval for the purchase. So 25,000 had been budgeted in 2023. And the new tracks were $45,000, so we require an additional $20,000 in 2024 to cover the full costs of the new tracks. And Brad advises that the tracks are good for about 4,000 hours. And in our case, that's about 10 years. So we use the machine for 400 hours in that season. Is there anything else you want to add, Brad?
Would you prefer my approach or please speak over?
Yes, approach please. It's hard for the public to hear without using.
Good evening, Mayor Council. So, yeah, through the chair, we happened to experience some difficulties at the end of last season that we were able to go through. Through difficulties this year, we managed to switch it out with a spare set, but it was seen before. So this way here, by purchasing a new set compared to refurbish, we get a longer lifespan, a better guarantee on parts and everything, updated connection points as well, as we found out while today installing it. So the big thing here is these parts are changeable and everything has a wear life on it. So yes, our estimations of about 400 hours every season gives us 10 years before we have to do any parts replacements. So it's not saying that the set is just needed for that. It can extend the life as long as proper maintenance and care is taken on it.
Any questions?
Through the chair, just a comment on everybody that was involved in getting the groomer up and running. Excellent job on the speed as to which the tracks were obtained and put back in use. So great job. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we try to do making everything priority, and with the groomer back up and running, we'll be pushing snow and be able to verify these.
Okay, so the tracks are on now.
We got them installed today.
Perfect. And from what I understand, the groomer is still in great shape. And if for some serious reason where the groomer wouldn't last as long as the tracks, that the tracks are universal enough to be put on any other groomer, correct?
Yep, 100%. Luckily, we found out even our older unit, we actually is where the spare tracks team that we put on for this one. So they are very interchangeable.
Yes, no, which is great.
Okay,
awesome. Thank you very much, Pat.
thank you.
Okay, do you want to add to that? Or? No, you're good. Okay. Okay, and further that council receives administration report, admin 2024-05 regarding special circumstances purchase Ski Hill groomer tracks for information purposes. And further that council gives pre-budget approval in the amount of $20,000 for the full purchase of a new set of tracks for the Ski Hill groomer. All in favor?
Counselor Keough,
Yes.
Counselor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. Bylaws? None? Motions? No closed session? No business arising from closed session, confirmation of bylaws. Moved by Counselor Keough, second by Counselor Kotick. Being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the Council of the Township of Manitouwadge at its regular meeting held Wednesday, January 24th, be read a first and second time. And furthermore, be read a third time, passed and numbered as bylaw number 2024-07. All in favor?
Counselor Keough,
Yes.
Counselor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes, carried. Okay. That's it. Moved by Counselor Kotick, seconded by Counselor Keough, resolved that the regular meeting adjourn at the hour of 7:24. All in favor?
Counselor Kotick or Keough,
Yes.
Counselor Kotick,
Yes.
Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Carried.